Hey guys, Banana Luck here and welcome back to another Watcher of Realms video. This week's Awakening shop is very interesting because we finally got some really decent, or rather best Soulstone I'll say in the entire game. So the Arrogance Soulstone is back after I don't know how many weeks of waiting. I've been saving up the 135 gold, I think it's 130 coins actually, that we received from the Odyssey quest. So if you guys have been grinding hard on that, you will have at least 100 coins just sitting there waiting if you have not spent it on the skill crystals or the ancient summons. Arrogance Awakenings are great. I think you don't actually get to see that here, but you hit right here. His worst awakening is A1. It just gives regen when he's doing his ultimate. Very niche usage, but from then on, every single awakening of his is great. A2 is crit damage, A3 is extra damage to targets inflicted with burning, which is basically everything because he does burning on his range hits. And then we have Rage Regen, that's useful because he procs his ultimate a lot. And A5 is just nuts. First 5 attacks in Berserker stance deals 100% extra damage, which is from his ultimate. So for Samra specifically, I would say that for him to really benefit from this extra damage, he needs his exclusive because you normally want to position him in melee mode so that he actually does double hits instead of doing the range hits that do burning. So in that sense, you need his Eye of Mockery because this is the only time that he actually inflicts he actually does damage to burning targets. And he only inflicts burn in melee range when he has this artifact on. So probably can level this to 16 and keep it there, but wait until his other exclusives drop. But since we are going to get him to A3 today, we are definitely gonna start using this instead of Realm Tear. And besides that, lots of people will say, oh, what legendaries are going to sell? Because I'm sure you don't have a lot at A5, which is pretty obvious here. So what we're going to do here is, you're going to see I have a whole bunch of junk legendaries at the bottom here. I have a Kai who's fully leveled but not promoted at all. And these guys here. So one thing for sure, we're going to be selling Abomination. He's already at A5. But the other units that I'm going to sell is going to be Zealous mainly. We don't use Zealous anywhere. I already have him at A1. And we have a lot of other mage options here. So Zealous isn't really going to do much here. Cratch people might use for BP. So we're just going to keep it there. The other one is probably Regulus. We will sell this if another good Soulstone comes by. Calypso, not so much. I need one more copy to A5, but beyond that, things like Shamir, Kai, these are the units that are probably be on the list to go. Aspen as well. So we're just gonna do that right now. Let's see where's the Abomination copy. Right at the top here. And then we're gonna do 2 Zealous copies. Brings us to 300 coins. Once we dismiss this, 400 coins, which is just enough for us to get the Arrogance Soulstone. Here we go. So this is the very reason why I always say don't buy legendary skill crystals or ancient summoning crystals with gold coins unless you have an abundant supply of it, because it makes 0 sense. It's literally the worst thing you can do with your gold coins, especially with all these great awakenings. I think the other good ones are Valkyra, Setrum, Eluin as well, to get you to have her closer to A3 with that dispel on attack. Valeria, yeah, a lot of good units coming up. I do regret not getting the Valkyra one because I need one more copy of that to A3. But yeah, that's done and dusted, so can't really change anything about that. Here we go. A3 Arrogance. And yeah, this puts us 2 Arrogance away from A5. And obviously, the last banner rerun comes back. We just need 2 more copies of him to A5 and 4 more copies of last to A5 as well. She's right here. So we have a lot of Soulstones and no ancient exclusive lots. So this might be something that we consider using Soulstones for if we don't net 4 copies of last year. But yeah, highly recommend getting this Soulstone. It's probably the best one in the shop so far. And legendaries to sell, I've already mentioned it. But if you do not know what to sell, do feel free to let me know how many extra copies of certain units you have. Some people are going to be saying, oh, I'm only going to sell units that I have at A5, but in my opinion, most of these units that I sell are not going to be great at A5, and you're not going to get your units to A5 anytime soon, because I get so much summons from content creator gems. If you're free to play, that's not going to be achievable anytime soon, unless you put another solid 1 or 2 years into the game. So yeah, that's gonna be it for the video. Thanks for tuning in and see you in the next one. Goodbye.